Hey, 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 how are you doing? Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Hi, hi, hi. Let me see if I'm actually live. Tell me if you are watching the replay. If you're watching me now live, say hi in the comments. Tell me how the weather is like if you're watching the replay as well. Let me know that you passed by and you are watching today's video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the Profitable Moms in Business Facebook group. And I am so excited today because I actually learned something about being in business and, taking care of my emotional well-being. So um, this week, if you don't know me, my name is Janet Soriano. I am a web designer and I'm also a business coach. I coach entrepreneurs and moms in business who are needing help with creating a profitable website for their business, right? So I help moms design websites and I also help moms um, make their website profitable, right? I am going 7 years into this business, right? And I have said something before, and something that I have learned is to be able to separate myself from my business. So today we're going to be talking, yes, about three effective strategies to be able to have a website that is effective. And we're going to go into that detail now. But I want to tell you something that happened today, right? So I woke up late and I had a client call and then I had a call with my assistant. And I was just wasn't, I was feeling rushed into my day and I was feeling like depleted of energy. And, I was like, damn, we have a live today and I really don't feel like, like getting myself together. Like I really don't feel like I have to, like I want to like do this live today, right? To be honest with you, because my energy was depleted. I got from right from the shower without like any makeup or anything and got into a call and then to another call. So I wasn't like my energy wasn't up, right? And I told my assistant, hey, do you think I think we should cancel the live. But something that I have learned in the past few years is that your business has nothing to do with really how shitty your day is going, right? Or how drained you feel, right? So um, it's really about more of like, yes, you need to take care of yourself, but at the end of the day, you're showing up every week on these lives for a reason, right? You're showing week by week, trying to show up for these for you guys, for the moms in this group who are supportive, who would want to hear what I have to say, right? So it's about separating myself from the business, not and in a way of saying, fuck your feelings, excuse my language, fuck your feelings. I don't care what you think. We're gonna show up because you gotta show up. It's not in that way, but understanding that if you had a 9 to 5 and you had a job to do every week, right? And yes, your day is going to shit, you still got to show up for that job, right? You still got to do that work because they're paying you, right? And it's like almost the same bandwidth when we are creating a business and we're the CEO of the business and we have all this time and freedom. Like I could have canceled the live and not show up here today, right? But I decided that I'm going to separate myself from the business in a way that I still need to show up for it in a consistent basis so I can provide the value that I need to provide to keep the momentum and the business running, right? So it's like separating yourself from being Janet, from me being my own person and how I feel, to being the actual CEO of the business and actually thinking like, what does the business need today for me to actually do and show up in that way, right? So that's something I really wanted to share with you, because not every day am I sharing, the back end of what's going on in my business, but I want to share more of that so you can see that not every day you're going to feel like you want to show up and, create that the continuation of, showing up, being consistent, creating the visibility plan, and showing up with that. But there's days where even if you don't feel like doing it, you put yourself together and you show up and you do it, right? And you surpass that moment of doubt within yourself, because and that fear of, like, for example, before, when I was like my first 1 or 2 years in business, I would not show up live, right? I would not be consistent, and maybe I would show up live once a month, and then the next week I wouldn't show up live because I felt crappy about my day, or I felt crappy within myself, and I felt insecure or doubtful around something. But what I wasn't really thinking was separating myself from being Janet. Like, Janet is Janet, and being the CEO of my business is being the CEO of my business. And actually knowing and understand that those are two different, separate things. And once you understand that and you acknowledge and accept that, things are actually feel flowing. That's how I'm able to actually show up with the notion of, like, I'm here to serve as the CEO of my business, and my business needs for me to be consistent and show up in a way that matters, for my people in this group, and the people who are watching this video. So thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot that you have taken the time out of your day to actually watch what I have to say, because there's so much going on in this world. There's so much noise going on, and the fact that you have stopped to watch my video really means a lot. And I am also, like, even like showing up when I didn't feel like showing up feels amazing. Okay. And it just proves that no matter how you feel within your day, you can always change things around within yourself, right? Within this business that you're doing. So let's go into today's topic, and let me know if you have any questions around what I'm about to say, what I'm gonna say today. So today we're talking about 3 things that your website needs to be effective, right? So as you know, I'm a web designer. I talk a lot about websites in here. This is a group for profitable moms in business. I do want to create that space for moms to feel supported around this. But my expertise and my knowledge is really around creating websites, designing websites, making it strategic, and also making it profitable, right? So I really try to emphasize on the fact that I'm pretty damn good at what I do. And there's a lot of knowledge that out there about websites that people don't really understand. It's not just about creating the website for the sake of creating a website and just having something to represent you, but it's about being intentional of what is the type of business that you want to create, right? So with that said, there's 3 things that your website needs to be effective that I consider are 3 things you must have, whether you have a website, or you're starting out with a website, or you feel that your website is doing great, right? So if your website is effective, it means that it is, first, it's connecting to the right client, right? So this means that as soon as someone lands on your website, they should understand what you do, or what you sell, and who you work with, right? And this is all about getting clear about your message and understanding that in order to attract your ideal client, you must connect to them in a psychological level, right? Like, perhaps you illustrate the problem that they're having and then give them the value towards how they can find a solution to their problem, right? So this is more about putting yourself in your client's shoes, understanding where they're coming in and meeting them where they're at, right? Your website has to be intentional in the fact that you can't just have nice words because they're nice words. You have to have words that are intentional and are actually provoking a feeling and capturing and connecting with your ideal client. Because at the end of the day, what's really gonna sell is the actual, how you provoke a feeling in your client, in your ideal client's heart, that you can actually help them solve the problem that they need solving, right? The second thing your website need is capturing emails. And you know, 1 second. This is very critical because when you provide free value for your ideal customer, you want to be able to ask for their email so they can be so you can be able to actually nurture the relationship and nurture the connection, right? So that if they land on your website, you're capturing their emails and then creating and nurturing that relationship, either with weekly emails, with whatever strategy you're using, or like, for example, my strategy is to come live every week on this Facebook group, but I also send people a reminder on my email list. The people who come to my website, they sign up for my freebie. I capture their emails and I send them on a weekly basis that I'm doing these lives, and I'm nurturing my community around this to bring value, to bring free value towards what I do and how I can be able to help them solve a problem. For example, designing their websites, making it profitable, right? So this is something that you can do for you. And because very much often, someone is not gonna buy from you from knowing you at the first. It does happen where someone just comes to your website, books a call with you, and they want to know more about you, and then they say yes on a call, right? But pretty much all my clients that I have been worked with before, I usually have a more deeper connection with them through either my emails that I'm sending them, through nurturing them through Facebook messaging, people in this group who I have had long relationships and that have been my clients as well. So it's capturing emails. It's not just about having an email list and just sending emails out, but it's actually about, again, being intentional about your business and where you want to take your business in the long term, right? And then the third thing is converting your browsers into clients, right? So in order for your website to be effective, you need to actually get clients, right? There's a million different strategies out there that you can use to convert your browsers into paying clients, but you'll have to just find a strategy that works for you, right? So you can't just use a strategy, change it up, and then expect that it's going to work when you're changing your strategy every week or so, or every month or so, right? You got to choose a strategy and stick to it, right? And this is something that I always tell my clients to, I'm just going back and forth with my notes. You got to pick a strategy and then stick with it, whether you do it by getting people on calls or having them buy straight from your website, whether it's a product or a course that you're selling. You must have an intention around, the steps that they're taking to actually get that client, right? You must, and it's going to be once you have that strategy in place and you understand the roadmap for revenue in your business, it's going to be very clear for you how you're going to be able to get that client, right? But when that's not clear for you, it's very hard for you to even create a strategy within your website to actually attract clients, right? Because you're not aware of what the strategy is that you're using, or you're not aware of what are the exact steps that your clients need to take in order to work with you. So these are the things that I think, well, I know that you need to be able to have an effective website. You need to be connecting to the right client. You need to be capturing their emails and nurturing that relationship. And you need to be converting browsers into clients by having a clear strategy in how they get from one place to another. Okay? So that is my take for you today. I know it's very short. I always try to keep my videos very short because we're moms and we got so much to do, so much on our plate, and I just want to have you to give you this information, just go about your day, but also take the time to sit down and implement these things, right? So the things that you're learning, the things that you're watching, even if it's free, it's information that you can use and implement for yourself. So I'm always big on implementing and taking action on things because that's something that's going to move your business forward instead of just taking information and not really doing anything about it. So thank you so much for being here. We are actually, I'm still looking for my last client for the year. We are taking my last design client because from 2021 on, I am bringing my new program. It's called the Profitable Website Program, and it's gonna be freaking amazing. And I'm gonna be coaching you on how to create a profitable website for your business. Thank you so much for being here. If you need help with your website, if you have a website that is not working for you right now, it's not converting, it's not capturing emails, it's not doing any of these three things to be effective, reach out to me. Let's see if we can get on a call and we can be a good fit to work with each other. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and I'll catch you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.